You wake up in the middle of the night. The clock says AM. The world is silent and your mind is wide awake. You're not sure why. Maybe it's stress, maybe it's a bad dream, or maybe, just maybe, it's something bigger. Something divine. Have you ever wondered why this happens? Why, out of all the hours in the day, you're pulled out of your sleep between M and M? Let's talk about it. This isn't just a random time. It's not a coincidence. This window, these quiet hours before the sun rises, have been called the spiritual hour for centuries. It's a time when the world is still, when distractions fade away, and when your mind is most open to receiving messages. Think about it, when else do you have this kind of silence? This kind of clarity? It's no accident that you're awake. It's an invitation. A call to listen. Maybe you've been ignoring something. A dream you've been putting off. A decision you've been avoiding. A problem you've been pretending is there. This is your moment. This is your chance to connect with something greater than yourself. To ask the questions you've been too busy to ask during the day. To listen for answers you've been too distracted to hear. And let's be honest, life moves fast. We're always rushing, always doing, always thinking about the next thing. But in these early morning hours, time slows down. You're forced to pause, to reflect, to be still. And in that stillness, you might just find what you've been searching for. Clarity, direction, peace. So the next time you wake up at M, don't roll over and try to go back to sleep. Don't reach for your phone and scroll mindlessly. Sit with it. Embrace it. Ask yourself, why am I awake right now? What is this moment trying to tell me? You might be surprised by what you discover. This isn't just a random wake-up call. It's a gift. A chance to reconnect with yourself and with something bigger than yourself. Don't waste it. Now, let's dig a little deeper. Why this specific time? Why not a more M? There's something unique about the energy of this period. In many spiritual traditions, M2M is considered a sacred time. It's when the veil between the physical world and the spiritual world is at its thinnest. It's a time when intuition is heightened, when the subconscious mind is most active, and when the universe is most likely to send you a message. It's like the world is giving you a direct line to the divine, and you're awake to receive it. But here's the thing, it's not always easy. Sometimes, waking up at this hour can feel unsettling. You might feel alone, anxious, or even scared. But that's okay. Those feelings are part of the process. They're a sign that you're being pushed out of your comfort zone, that you're being challenged to grow, to evolve, to become the person you're meant to be. So don't run from those feelings. Lean into them. Ask yourself, what is this discomfort trying to teach me? And let's talk about what you can do during this time. Because this isn't just about waking up, it's about what you do with that wakefulness. You could use this time to meditate, to pray, to journal, to simply sit in silence and listen. The key is to be intentional. To use this time to connect with yourself and with the universe. To ask for guidance. To express gratitude. To set intentions for the day ahead. This is your time. Make it count. But what if you're not spiritual? What if you don't believe in divine messages or sacred hours? That's okay too. Because even from a purely practical standpoint, this time can be incredibly valuable. Think about it, when else do you have this kind of uninterrupted time? No emails, no texts, no meetings, just you and your thoughts. It's a rare opportunity to focus on what really matters. To plan, to dream, to create. So even if you don't believe in the spiritual significance of this time, you can still use it to your advantage. And let's not forget the power of habit. If you find yourself waking up at this time regularly, it might be worth asking yourself why. Is there something in your life that needs attention? Is there a pattern you're not seeing? Sometimes our bodies and minds know what we need before we do. And waking up at this hour might be your body's way of telling you that it's time to make a change. To let go of something. To start something new. To take a step toward the life you truly want. Now, I know what you might be thinking. But I need my sleep. I can't afford to lose these hours. And I get it. Sleep is important. But here's the thing, if you're waking up at this time consistently, it's likely for a reason. And sometimes the best thing you can do is honor that. To trust that your body and the universe know what they're doing. That this wakefulness is serving a purpose. And who knows? You might find that these early morning hours become your most productive, your most creative, your most peaceful. And let's talk about the stories we tell ourselves. Because often, when we wake up at this hour, our first instinct is to panic. To think, oh no, I can't sleep, this is bad, and going to be tired tomorrow. But what if we shifted that narrative? What if instead of seeing this as a problem, we saw it as an opportunity? What if we said, I'm awake for a reason, this is my time, let's make the most of it? Because the truth is, our mindset shapes our reality. And if we approach this time with curiosity and openness, we might just find that it becomes one of the most valuable parts of our day. And let's not forget the power of gratitude. Because even if waking up at this hour feels inconvenient, there's always something to be grateful for. A quiet, a stillness, a chance to be alone with your thoughts. The opportunity to connect with something greater than yourself. Gratitude has a way of shifting our perspective, of turning what feels like a burden into a blessing. So the next time you wake up at M, take a moment to say thank you. Thank you for this time. Thank you for this moment. Thank you for this chance to grow. And here's something else to consider, this time might not just be for you. It might be for someone else too. Maybe there's someone out there who needs your prayers, your positive energy, your thoughts. Maybe this wakefulness is a call to action, a reminder that we're all connected, that our thoughts and intentions have power, that we can make a difference even in the quietest hours of the night. So use this time to send love, to send light, to send hope. You never know whose life you might touch. And let's talk about the power of surrender. Because sometimes the best thing we can do is let go. To stop trying to control everything. To trust that we're exactly where we're meant to be. That this wakefulness is part of a bigger plan. That there's a reason for it, even if we can't see it yet. Surrender doesn't mean giving up. It means trusting. It means believing that everything is happening for a reason. And that includes waking up at AM. Now, I know this might all sound a little abstract, a little mystical. But here's the thing, life is full of mysteries. And sometimes the best thing we can do is embrace them. To be open to the possibility that there's more to life than what we can see. That there's a deeper meaning behind the things that happen to us. That waking up at and might not just be a random event, but a moment of divine intervention. A moment of connection. A moment of growth. And let's not forget the power of action. Because while this time is great for reflection, it's also a time for doing. For taking the insights you gain and putting them into practice. For making the changes you've been putting off. For taking the first step toward the life you want. Because the truth is, insights without action are just thoughts. And thoughts, no matter how profound, don't change anything. It's what you do with them that matters. So the next time you wake up at AM, don't just lie there. Get up. Write down your thoughts. Make a plan. Take action. Use this time to move closer to your goals, to your dreams, to the life you've always wanted. Because this time is a gift, and the best way to honor a gift is to use it. And let's talk about the power of consistency. Because if you find yourself waking up at this time regularly, it might be worth making it a part of your routine. To set aside this time for reflection, for planning, for growth. To make it a habit. Because habits have power. They shape our lives. And if you can turn this wakefulness into a positive habit, it might just change everything. And here's something else to think about: this time might not last forever. Life is constantly changing. And the things that wake us up at M today might not be the same things that wake us up a year from now. So don't take this time for granted. Use it. Cherish it. Make the most of it. Because one day, you might look back and realize that this was one of the most important times of your life. And let's not forget the power of community. Because while this time might feel solitary, you're not alone. There are countless others out there who are also awake at this hour, who are also searching for answers, who are also looking for connection. And while you might not be able to see them, you can feel their presence. You can draw strength from their energy. You can remind yourself that you're part of something bigger, that you're not alone, that we're all in this together. And let's talk about the power of faith. Because sometimes the most important thing we can do is believe. Believe that there's a reason for this wakefulness. Believe that we're being guided. Believe that everything is going to be okay. Faith doesn't mean having all the answers. It means trusting that the answers will come, that the path will become clear, that the universe has our back, and that includes waking us up at M. And here's something else to consider: this time might be a test of your patience, your resilience, your faith, a test to see if you're ready to receive what's coming next, to see if you're willing to do the work, to see if you're ready to step into your power. And if you can pass this test, if you can embrace this time and use it to grow, you might just find that the rewards are greater than you ever imagined. And let's not forget the power of perspective, because how we see this time matters. If we see it as a burden, it will feel like one. But if we see it as an opportunity, it will feel like one. Perspective shapes our reality. And if we can shift our perspective, we can shift our experience. So the next time you wake up at M, try to see it as a gift, as a chance, as a moment of connection, and watch how your experience changes. And let's talk about the power of intention, because what we focus on grows. And if we set an intention for this time, if we decide how we want to use it, we can make it meaningful. We can turn it into a time of growth, of connection, of transformation. So before you go to bed tonight, set an intention. Decide how you want to use this time if it comes. And then trust that the universe will guide you. And here's something else to think about: this time might be a reminder. A reminder to slow down, to listen, to be present. A reminder that life is about more than just doing. It's about being, about connecting, about growing. And if we can embrace this reminder, if we can use this time to reconnect with ourselves and with the universe, we might just find that it changes everything. And let's not forget the power of love. Because at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. Love for ourselves, love for others, love for the universe. And if we can approach this time with love, if we can use it to send love, to receive love, to be loved, we might just find that it becomes the most beautiful part of our day. So the next time you wake up at M, don't fight it. Don't resist it. Embrace it. Use it. Make it yours, because this time is a gift, a chance, a moment of connection. And if you can honor it, if you can make the most of it, you might just find that it changes your life. So, the next time you find yourself awake between M and M, don't dismiss it as a random interruption to your sleep. See it for what it truly is, a moment of connection, a whisper from the universe, a call to something greater. Whether you use this time to reflect, to plan, to pray, or simply to be still, remember that it's a gift. A rare opportunity to step out of the noise of the day and into the quiet wisdom of the night. Embrace it, honor it, and trust that the sacred hour is here to guide you, to grow you, and to remind you that you're never alone on this journey. This is your time. Make it count.